campers!
Bloodborne.
What? Stealth? Stealth? What are you doing here? Oh my gosh, what are you doing here? Also, wait, let me double check, make sure everything's set for, because I just revealed myself because I was like, oh, stealth sync call. Okay, they can't hear you. That's good. Because if not, then it's just like, well, Kale showed up early, and he's talking to himself. So I think he's finally lost it.
It's about damn time.
It truly, you know, it's so funny, because I keep talking about this, because, like, it might sound silly to the people in my, like, real life, but I can't stress enough. It's like, I need you to understand, the 4 days where my entire schedule just says Monster Hunter, that's all that's keeping me together right now. I don't know what I'm going to do after that's done. So, like, I should probably start looking at other plans soon, because if not, I might go off the deep end in a real big way.
Crash out is imminent.
Yeah, honestly. I was reminded, because I saw it as I was scrolling on social media before going on stream. I was reminded, because I keep being like, you know, it might seem redundant to some, but I do hope Tigrex is back. But then I remembered the other two monsters I want back, which is Crab and Zamtrios. Those are the three. If they bring those three back, I'm like, 10 out of 10. Thank you so much, Monster Hunter Wilds. This is all I asked for. Thank you.
And those three, I'm a Zamtrios oneer.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, I think, like, because minor spoilers, and also this is related to Bloodborne, believe it or not, because, like, again, I had a gap in my schedule, and I was like, I want to hunt. I'm not doing the whole Monster Hunter. Bloodborne. But I think the crabs are good, unique, like, you know, like a mid-tier boss fight. So far, for, like, that thing, they've basically only shown flying wyverns, I think. Then Tigrex I like the equipment for, and then Zamtrios just needs to be in more Monster Hunters, period. So, they do have a nice area, so he should show up there. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. What was I thinking of? But we are going to go get started with Bloodborne now. Also, thank you for the sub, Stealth. I don't typically say that to people in call, but you have decided to break the mold. So,
Break the chain.
break the chain. Also, let me ask you this, Stealth. Are you almost done with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, or like are you planning to like kind of double fist that and Monster Hunter Wilds?
Oh, I want to complete the main scenario like right before Wild starts, and I'm on pace to do that because I'm trying to get ready for basically the secret boss that I'm gonna defeat.
No, that's fine.
Right
Squeenix secret bosses are, I think, a whole nother level. I still remember figuring those things out when I was in when I played Kingdom Hearts for the first time, and they're like, these are things you can do after the game's done. And I was like, oh, what? So,
yeah, technically you can fight this like through chapter select after the game is over. I'm just like, nah, I want to do it before.
You know, a lot of people were like, you know, like, oh my goodness, Nomura, what if he really messes up Final Fantasy? What if he puts too much Kingdom Hearts in Final Fantasy VII? And my response to that before was, well, Final Fantasy VII actually did it first, so let's slow our roll a bit. But, counterpoint, it'd be cool if there was, like, one secret Heartless boss in Final Fantasy VII. I think that'd be fun. So, well, that's me. Also, hey, Stealth, do you want to go die just real quick? Do you mind if I just go die real quick, Stealth?
If you want to.
Okay. Hello, Bagman. Please bludgeon me. You aren't bludgeoning me very well.
We have places to be. Kill me quickly.
No, honestly. That's much better. Thank you. Sir, I didn't say the safe word. You should keep going.
Get the
Don't
bag
you
to
walk
me.
away. Get in the bag. Bag time. I feel like this is one of those, speaking of, weirdly related, I feel like this is one of those secrets a lot of people found naturally. I forget if I did or not, but fucking, it's like they put a decently difficult enemy right outside of a hub point, and if you die to him, you go to a secret area. Like, I imagine a good few people just found this by accident.
And no, I did.
I want to make sure I find what nun woman. I don't actually know her name. I don't know any of the NPC's name if I'm being honest.
Oh, no, you got it. That's her name.
Nun woman.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Damn it!
But like a Digimon, so she's Numwomon.
Wait, wait a minute. I forgot that you have to be in church uniform to talk to her, because I guess she's a Republican or something like that. But um, does Poppy Guacamole's outfit count as a church uniform? We're gonna go find out. Welcome back to Bloodborne Mythbusters, the show where we're doing Bloodborne. In this episode, we're gonna find out if you can talk to Nun Woman wearing Papa Guacamole's outfit. Let's go find out.
I love Bloodborne Busters.
Bloodborne Busters. They're out there to destroy every physical copy of Bloodborne, so that way, the From Software is forced to make another one.
Bloodbuster sounds like a Barret ability, where he just like puts his gun in you and fires.
That'd be cool as hell. It. Okay. I was about to say. Oh, I almost went to Ioseska's clinic. Ooh. No. Nun woman goes to nun church. Alright, that's good. And that did work. That's fun.
The Church of None Your Business.
It's none of your business. Anyway, put Grumpuson back into his regular clothes. Stealth, did you ever go to like Catholic school or anything, or no?
No.
Okay. Listen, you're in Texas, so
I had an incredibly realistic Catholic grandmother
gotcha.
who tried to indoctrinate me.
But your parents are like, yeah.
My parents don't like. My parents do like the thing where they're just generally religious, but don't really practice.
They were like, well, that would cost money for us to send him to that, so probably not.
Yeah, and we did not have money.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, if you're not like super deep into it, and I don't think my parents were, but I think they were like, this would be good, and it's like I think my parents were the opposite, where it's like we'll spend money, and then we don't have to worry about indoctrinating them because the school will do it for us. And so I went to it for. I definitely talked about that.
Nowadays.
What's that?
I said, geez, everything's automated nowadays.
Honestly. So I feel like that's where my family was at, but yeah, you know how it be. Fortify. Oh wait, no, don't fortify my torch. I meant that this would be better. There we go. Sick. And then I don't think I have enough to level up if I use not if I use that. So
I'm riding my pet dream chocobos into New York.
Oh heck yeah. Those things, but you showed me those, the piss chocobos in FF7 Rebirth, and they both delight, confuse, and upset me, all on the same level, all at the same time. So
it is a reasonable response.
Yeah, they are one hell of a decision to put in that game. I've seen you play Rebirth more. I'm both like, man, I would love to replay, remake, and rebirth and everything. Um, and I get people's criticisms with like plot ghost and yada yada yada. Uh, like the more I've seen it, the more I'm just like, wow, oh my lord, sir, unnecessary. I'm trying to. I know, I'm trying to beat bad guy now. Anyway, but yeah, I get people's criticisms with plot ghost and what have you, because I get what they were going for, and it is almost certainly the most inelegant way of going about it. And I think the best part of the game is for sure like all the little character moments with like, you know, the Avalanche gang. Uh-oh. Well, he's gonna teleport me back to fucking Yargul village after I died to him a second time? I won't try fighting him a third time, but because I lost blood echoes. Ugh. But yeah, I don't think I'm as, even as I'm like, I kind of like original FF7 better. I'm still like, remake's good. I like it. Look at it. Look at the funny segue Cloud gets on. That part's real fun.
That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, that's because you showed it to me and were committing vehicular manslaughter while doing it. Anything that could have collision went flying, and you made sure to show that part off.
Yeah, and I think I peeked the mic laughing because it's fucking amazing.
Whoever did that deserves a raise.
Gold was there whenever I first discovered it, and the horror that she saw.
And the indescribable crimes that she witnessed that day will never be spoken by the tongue of man again. There's so many of you guys. Y'all need to go to like a tanning salon or something. There's no way skin should be that pale and porcelain-esque. The consistency and color of it all is really upsetting.
Well, I mean, there's no sun. What do you want them to do?
It's because it's nighttime. Stealth, does your skin become translucent when the sun goes down?
Yes.
I don't know if I believe you, actually. Because I feel like you're just saying that to make a haha funny and not being honest with me. I can't believe you would do that.
What I'm hearing is that you don't believe your friends.
I do believe my friends when they say things that sound believable. What you have just described does not sound believable. If I'm being no, not yeah. Yes. Okay.
That's toxic.
Oh my lord. Stealth, would you be excited or bummed if you got turned into a vampire?
I'd be bummed out.
What main reason would you have for your bummedness?
Limited at what time of day I can go outside. That'd be kind of annoying.
That's fair.
Like, I would only be able to go out at night, and I hate like driving and stuff at night. So,
well, I mean, hopefully, silver lining to that is that hopefully, you know, vampirism would offer you different means of locomotion, but I feel you on that. I do. I'm definitely not a night person for the majority. Oh lord. I'm going to die. These dogs are y'all need to take your dogs to the vet. The great ninja Yuffie?
That's the one.
Oh! Honestly, I still love Yuffie a lot. She makes a strong impression on you in any spin-off she's in, whether it is Kingdom Hearts or the other FF7 games. Stealth question, do you know anything about Dirge of Cerberus?
I know it's Vincent's game, that's about it.
That's what, oh, see, that's the same thing I know. I was gonna be like, is it canon and or before? I'm assuming it's after the events of FF7 because I do know Yuffie shows up in it. I have not, no.
Okay. I'm not gonna
Because
say anything.
that came out before I had a PS5. So. But it's a good thing I got that as like a Christmas present before Wilds was announced or, out. Because, again, speaking on my on it being the thin barrier between me and a mental breakdown, I would have made irresponsible financial decisions if I did not have a PS5 at the moment. So, and unfortunately, I still would have gotten a PS5 because, as crazy as I might have been or am, it would be stupid for me to be like, well, I want to play Wilds, so go buy a $10,000 computer or something like that. That would not be smart of me.
Computer.
Computer. Computer, show me Rajang's balls. Computer.
Computer, access juices search history.
What is it?
Computer, unaccess juices search history.
Please, take it away. What was I just thinking of? Yeah, I do wonder if like Rajang, because they're definitely what I would consider late game boys. Wonder if Rajang and Pickle will make their presence known in Wilds. If Mr. Pickle will just do the same thing he did for World and Godzilla himself over to the new area.
Good hunter.
He'll be like, "Look at me go!" and then he'll take off. Start going. I do like the idea of with their whole thing, and I've said this before, with a sort of open world idea of this new game. The idea that, who knows, maybe they'll do super big monsters in like a wild area, because they'll just be wandering out and about. And it's like, well, I guess I gotta go fight this now. That'd be cool. But I also don't know how game design works, so who am I to say, really? I just like playing these silly little video games with my friends.
We are not in the way of deferring to expertise nowadays. No.
So you're saying I should or I shouldn't do that?
You can go for it.
Listen, I'm okay leaving things to the expert. Because like I feel like the two roads you take when you're I never noticed that this is a big woman statue with a rake before, and I'm wondering why and how they constructed it. Anyway, but because like if you don't know how to do something and you're not willing to admit you don't know how to do something or aren't willing to get help over it, your two options are try to figure it out by yourself, which is a whole other headache, or oh lord, or get mauled to death by a dog. Or, like, be very confident when you have no idea what you're doing and just do shit wrong, but act like it's the right thing. And
Or the secret third option.
Which is?
Slash it and call it waste.
My lord, no! Stealth! Don't!
I don't understand it.
No, I feel like that falls under the second category, but... It is definitely a new kind of brand of just burn it down, dumbass. Yeah. A new stupid flavor. A new stupid flavor. From the people who brought you Capri Sun. Ow, I'm on fire. Stealth, do you respect the pouch? Respect it?
Yeah.
Stealth, would you drink a Capri Sun now if I offered it to you?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Why would I not?
I don't know. I haven't had a Capri Sun in a while. I used to get them a lot, but then I found caffeinated juice, and I was like, well, this will become my personality for the rest of my life. So I'm gonna turn... I think the game is a good volume on stream, but I'm turning it down more for me. So I can think and listen to Stealth at the same time. This does not see. Give me 1 second. I hope all this is working. Properties. That's not. Oh wait, that's Discord. Oh, I just made stealth way quieter. Oops.
No, that's okay.
No. No, it's alright. I was just, hanging out here. I was just thinking. I feel like I wanted to talk about something with Marvel Rivals, but there's not much to say. No, not much to say about Marvel Rivals right now, other than the CEO running it as a dumbass, which big surprise, and the Thing and the Human Torch are good. So
here's the thing.
Here's the thing. It is clobbering time. This was off stream, I believe. Like Pig, nor Pig were streaming it. But like I asked friends. I was like, okay, do we have someone who mains like one of the Fantastic Four a piece? And everyone's like, well, I don't think we should be doing. And I was like, well, no, that's not what I'm saying. I just mean by chance in future games. And then and then everyone was like, I don't like playing Mr. Fantastic, and I do. So I was like, well, I guess I'll take this bullet and be our Mr. Fantastic. Flail my rubbery arms around.
Haha, my ult is useless.
Yeah. I think one of the accomplishments were I kept getting fucking snubbed with my ult when we were playing that time too, because I'd be like, now is time for my ult, and then their support would ult, and I'd be like, well, I guess I'm doing nothing. I guess I'll just sit here like a dumbass, just fucking flail around some more. But yeah, I was doing pretty good on some games, but yeah, my ult definitely not helping. So. But yeah, I tried out Thing. He's definitely fun. And I did do like practice range shit with like Human Torch. I don't think any of the flying characters are my jam, if I'm being frank.
Don't be frank.
I don't like him. Me and him have had issues. I haven't tried Storm yet, and I do like me a Storm. I do like me an Aurora Monroe. She's pretty cool. And ever since the Season 1 patch, she's not useless, which is nice. Is there a guy behind me? There is! I knew my guy senses were tingling! And I was like, wait a minute. There's a man. I don't know. Stealth or anyone in chat can let me know this. I don't know if it's because like I grew up and became paranoid or something, but both in games and movies, when people would like not see a main character or villain like in the periphery or what have you, I was like, well, how did you not? I always know who's in the room at all times. And again, I don't know if that's me, and there's definitely more and less egregious examples of it, but
What you
like, okay,
specifically are you talking about?
so okay, the problem right now is the only example I can think of is like fucking High School Musical 1, which is in the bathroom, which is a bad example because everyone is just like, how the fuck did she not see her? But there's just things in different video games and movies where like a character will be like right behind someone, and the person just doesn't know they're there, is just completely unaware of the other person in the room. And for me, it's like, you can tell when someone enters you don't have to be looking at them, but you know when someone's around you by other senses. I guess what I'm saying is, when growing up, it seemed like the only way movie and game characters knew someone was there was with their eyeballs. And I was like, that's not how real life works. You can sense someone enter a room, and you can hear them, and etc. You know what I'm saying? Or am am I crazy? I'm leaning towards crazy. So hi, Riku. Oh my lord, a lot of these guys are waiting in the dark for me. I prefer they chill the fuck out, if I had to be honest. Gotten a lot of twin blood shards, which is fun. Also, I'm pretty sure like the bloodstones and everything are just like blood clots, unless I'm reading that completely. Well, no, it does say like dried blood, so I guess that's different. I don't think blood clots are just dried blood, unless I have a unless either way I'm thinking about this is a fundamental misunderstanding of medical science, which I probably do possess. Stealth quickly, but become a hematologist for me. Just real quick. Did you do it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me everything about blood.
This blood.
Oh! But is it born?
Bloodborne.
Oh! Okay. Let me tell. I don't think this breaks any rules or stuff. I was at my job at a hospital the other day, right? And I was I was kind of hanging out with someone who works in the OR, and they're like, yeah, my job's kind of nasty. I walk in and they just have like a leg open on a table. I got a yippers. From who? How? Cemetery, grave man. Well, that seems like a pretty grave situation of me. Okay, you can unfollow now. Anyway,
It also sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
it does. And I'd be like, oh, that's funny art. Also, time for a boss I wildly hope I do not die on, lest I be, lest I become fucking wildly embarrassed on the internet. But yeah, I was talking to this OR guy, and he was like, yeah, my job can be pretty bad sometimes, because like, so I walk into a room and they just have an open leg on a table, and I'm like, I don't know. Thinking about my job at that moment, I was like, I almost feel like I'd prefer that some days, instead of just like dealing with social situations, just having to deal with like gross situations, It's like, lots of blood and viscera, that's nasty, but then as opposed to like someone yelling at me. Like, pick your poison, really. But I was just thinking about that. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if it's because I play violent video games that have rotted my brain, but the gross stuff I have seen in the hospital hasn't bothered me too much thus far, I don't think. That being said, I feel like a good chunk of conversation on stream so far has been me being crazy, so what do I know, truly, about my own psyche?
If you're crazy, that's a start.
Admitting you have a problem is the first step of solving it, Cahill. Where are you going, lady? I really wonder what they were thinking when they designed this boss. Were they like, because okay, it is funny. Partial funny. I mean that is a valid thing to think when you make a boss. It's not necessarily that hard of a puzzle, and I do wonder how much they were expecting it to be like. They'll be mostly. I've already found the second witch. How much they'll be like? Oh, they'll just be confused by the.
Which witch is which though?
Wicked, but they'll be confused by like the shades being not the boss / the boss. Oh lord.
Well,
This is the first.
witch.
They say you need to like drown witches in water or burn them at the stake. I found Big Fucking Hammer does the job pretty okay, honestly. But Damn it, what was I just thinking of? Oh yeah, but
They're just like, we must burn her at the stake. And you're just like, actually, smashes with the camera.
yeah. Quickly, bring the witch to us, so that she may have a proper trial. Me already covered in witch blood. So the thing about that is, and you're gonna laugh about this.
If it makes you feel any better, her blood did burn with hellfire, so she
Yeah.
was in fact a witch.
If anything, when I cut her open and she started, you know, like bleeding black, that was a better indication of her being a witch than anything you guys were trying to do. So, there is that. That's another stupid design thing that I've... Uh-oh. I might actually die here. Okay. That would be embarrassing. I forgot she has that attack. Or she, like...
Command
fucking...
group.
Yeah, exactly. I'm honestly... As far as impressive things to do with this boss, of which there is not many, killing the second witch before the first witch, that's up there. So, I'm happy with that, as long as I don't die. So, fingers crossed. Aw, damn it. She revived her fucking girlfriend. These are the lesbian witches I heard about on my anime subforums. I really gotta find her quick. I do not need to be caught in a loop. Is that her? Is the other one on the steps as well? No? Then where the fuck is she? I'm gonna be getting stuck like this. Stop. Quickly. Ma'am! Ma'am, where are you? I'm trying to reach you! Your car's extended warranty! He's definitely gonna be trying. Damn it, she did it. Okay, where's the fucking other one? Damn it, that's not who I was looking for at all. I was talking about me doing something impressive, but now I seem to be stuck in an infinite witch loop, which I do not appreciate. What? Hello? Iframes? Why does she have iframes? That was her friend's body. Oh. No. No. Thank you. Lord in heaven. No more Little Witch Academia for you fellas. I've never seen that. I don't know. I feel like it's one of those series that, like, you know, all the fans are like, it has lesbians, but it doesn't have lesbians in it. So, granted, they have come out with more shows with lesbians in it in recent times, but I still feel like there's genre of implied lesbians, but not full lesbians, and that's always disappointing. Rune workshop tool. Sick. I don't know how to use this. Listen, you can hand me all the tools you want. I failed chop class as a kid. A lot of people are just like, how do you do that? Well, sawing off the teacher's arm is a pretty good way to start. So... Oh, that would be nice. You know, I'm just gonna use the one right now, because the other one is just like, do you want to use more blood vials? And I'm like, I honestly would like to conserve my blood vials right now. Thank you for asking. I like to save my money, and then every now and then I get myself a little treat. Save me, little treat. Oh, little treat at the end of the week, please. Please save me.
Hunter.
back to Cathedral Ward. I remember for a game that's for the most part pretty straightforward, I feel like the branches can really mess you up because I definitely remember at the end, well not at the end, but during my my first playthrough as a youngin, I was confused about like I beat the cleric beast, but I can't cross the bridge, and I beat the witches, but now there's just a fucking cliff here. Where am I supposed to go? Also, weirdly related, which I mean, I feel like you could say for a lot of this stream, but regardless, is I wonder, like, I wonder how much you're gonna have to return to the hub in Wilds. Like, are you gonna have to do that after every hunt? Because they're making this whole thing about like interconnected worlds. You don't have, there's no loading screens between the maps, etc., etc. So, I wonder if you can just kind of stay out there for a while, or if it's still pretty similar to your typical Mon Hun structure. I wouldn't know. I haven't played the game. Oh wait, actually, I keep forgetting there is a decently extensive demo out, isn't there? And people might already have answers to these questions. Man, I'm bad at my jobs of playing games online. I do not do it correctly. Isn't there a treasure up here? No treasure. Oh, oops, all guiding lands. That is that that is the thing in Worlds, right? Where you just go out and you do shit, whatever the fuck you feel like, for a long time. Hey, Stealth, you answer this question for me. What are investigation quests / what were they in Monster Hunter World?
They're quests that have like additional reward slates, bronze through gold, and you can get, you just have better odds of getting certain things.
Gotcha.
Or more odds, more and better.
Because like,
there are also tempered investigations later that offer special items for weapon upgrades.
Because I saw a video being like, investigation quest returned, but they're different now, and I'm like, I don't know what they were like in World. And they framed it as like you can just save a monster on the map that you see on the map and hunt it later. I'm like, that is cool. I still don't know how that's different from in World. So I guess what they're saying is like, if you see a monster that seems like it's gonna have good stuff for you, you can save that as an investigation quest for later.
See something?
Yeah, okay. Hey, Stealth? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw a guy on the subway jerking off. Can you do something about that?
I'll get back to you on that one.
Never hears from the police again. Well, I guess they didn't get back to me on that one.
Well, is he still there jerking off?
I mean, he wasn't. But I would have liked some kind of confirmation of, I don't know. I don't even mean I don't even need you to arrest him. Just like reprimand him, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
For sure. Oh. Alfred, I thought you stood here, so I was very confused when there was a random dead body. What's up, you big nerd?
Good to see you safe. Now, let's think up. Just tell me.
What's up with Bergenworth?
Well, once a group of young Bergenworth scholars discovered a holy medium deep within the tomb.
Did these young scholars mess with powers beyond their comprehension? Shut up!
They usually do.
That sounds like anti-healing church propaganda to me. You dirty liberal. Holy shit, Alfred! If I wasn't maybe gonna do your fucking quest on this file, I would kill you right now. There are many statues.
Still might.
Maybe. We'll see. This might actually be the most fun part of the game. Fucking haunted mansion skeleton. Oh! He's already dead! I shat myself, honestly. Man. Yep, I'm gonna be it's funny because I made a little I made myself a little meme where I dressed up my little character and I was like, I'm sorry for the person I'll become when Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days collection comes out, and that is true. But the more I think about it, the more that might apply to Monster Hunter Wilds, and have just be like, give it, please, please give it to me. I need it right now. I desire it carnally. Much like Juice and Rajang.
It's not only Rajang.
Not only Rajang.
Yeah. It is much of the cast.
Have we asked Juice about any of the new monsters and whether or not any of those do it for them, or...
No, but we will.
We will when we're playing the game. That's how we'll start every quest. Juice?
YN.
YN. I feel like I used to see YN, and like, you know, there's your name, there's yes, no, and I would read it as young adult novel. What are you talking about?
What?
I don't know. I went to Barnes and Noble a lot. That's just what I thought of. Don't judge me. I didn't read fan fiction as a kid. I read published books. Because, I don't know.
YN is not...
Yes.
I wasn't referring... I was referring to it as yes or no, not your name.
Oh, well, that's the other use for it. Is people using it in fan fiction to be like, you know, put your name here.
Yeah. Self-insert.
But yeah, I know that wasn't you saying, Juice, put your name on this monster right now. Just so you know. I do wonder. I don't know. I haven't seen anyone talk about this. I know. Yeah. Uh-huh. I should replay that. That's a good game. And everyone's talking about Odyssey too. I would love a not new Super Mario Bros. A new Super Mario Bros. That isn't a new Super Mario Bros. And then more like Super Mario Wonder. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder.
I don't think it's likely. I know people have been talking about a lot of other big boys to return to Wilds, but I am curious if Nakarkos is on the table, given that they are like, and now we have squids, and I was like, well, I mean, you did have a squid before.
That was my immediate thought.
That was your immediate thought? I feel like I haven't seen a lot of people talk about it. The only... See, so like something like that, or Autoca, or... those are the only two I can think of right now. The only reason I'm not immediately just like, yeah, those guys are coming back, is because it's a game that has, like, from what we can tell, all original maps, all of which are, like, decently different in structure from, you know, like, previous Monster Hunter maps. So something like Nakarkos or Adelkaw that relied on like a specific map design beforehand and haven't been reintroduced in a typical map setting. That's the only barrier for me to be like, ah, yes, clearly, here they are. Not at all. I don't know what I'm talking about either, Paula. Most of the time. I honestly just go to the bath messengers to be like, hey, do you have any good shit for me? No? Oh, well, then I'm leaving. Look, we'll see. I think Narcoticos is a cool fight, at least in Generations, with the only game it's appeared in. But it's cool in the ways that it is both realistic and fantastical, as many Monster Hunter monsters are. It can be very cinematic at times, as it shoots fucking gooey laser beams all over the arena, as you're just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, etc., etc. It's cool that it uses like different, you know, much like crabs, my beloved crabs. It uses different monster skulls and what have you as pieces of its own equipment during the fight. So it would be neat. Like I said, I have seen more people talk about Adalka, so I definitely think there's plenty of folks who want big set piece monsters to come back in Wilds, whether or not they necessitate their own arena again, or the devs are able to put them in a regular old map. All I know is that Arkveld isn't the real villain, and we're definitely getting a unannounced Elder Dragon. Whether it's in the base game or they're just like, free update, unannounced Elder Dragon. Huh, I bet you didn't see this plot twist coming. You fool. Stealth, what would you do if I told you that the monster you thought was the bad guy in this game wasn't actually the bad guy in this game? How'd you feel about that? You shocked. Hold on. Have I noticed this top hat before? I don't know if I have. I feel like at some point I probably noticed that there were clothes on the bridge, but just the top hat staring back at me as I hung out there. Maybe be like, wait a minute. What's up, my guy? Swing at me. Idiot. Don't you know what a parry is? I like, bring out parrot. Oh, quietly. Quietly bring out a parrot. Quickly. There we go. The stealthiest of my parrots. What else was I thinking of? Oh my lord. They really be jumping me out here. I do not. This is unnecessary. I know I'm currently like winning, so like maybe it is necessary, but it feels like overkill. Damn it, what was I just thinking of? Oh right. I do like the occasional content that talks about like realistic fighting versus, you know, fighting in different fantasy stories, whether they be books, movies, or games. And I remember these guys who have popped up on my feed before. Oh, I accidentally did a gesture. I've never been able to get the gestures to work by like the little doodads they show to do on the screen. I just end up going to the menu. Thank you. Anyway.
The excellent gesture mid-boss fight.
Yeah. And you want to know something? You thought it got me killed. I thought it looked pretty cool. So.
And we were both right.
We were both right. Damn it. All right. But yeah, so these two guys who pop up and that's the kind of content they do. They're largely talking about sword fighting and realism versus fantasy. They did one video and it was talking about parries, and they're like, in sword fighting, any block is a parry. In like Dark Souls and stuff, it's like when you fucking push your enemy's weapon aside and they're wide open and you can rip their guts out. but in any sword fight, any block at all is a parry. And I was like, interesting. But then also, I'm gonna have to end. I can't. I don't know if I can continue after that. I'm just gonna. Anyway, so I remember. Oh right, this was a more recent video I saw from them, which I liked, and I didn't even remember it was on the same topic, but it kind of was, because they were talking about how people in their comments are like, well, if you're just strong enough, you can just break through a parry, and they're just like, let us say this slowly for you, and they're like, if you are strong enough or your weapon is big enough to break through your opponent's parries, you're not gonna like slice them, you're gonna crush them. And they're like that, and that's literally just Guts from Berserk. and I appreciate them specifying it's like that's the most realistic part of Berserk. It's like Guts and his weapon, yeah, the only thing it does is destroy weapons and crush the people underneath them. Like that's fun. Because it's not just, you know, it's not just saying your fantasy stories are wrong. It's just like, no, that's accurate to a degree. Yeah, yeah, that person would die from that. Correct. Ow! Please stop biting me. Down, puppies. Oh, you know, let me this was something I just found out about. The dog I dog sit for, we had her pup parents, some family of mine, over for dinner tonight, and they were like, oh yeah, the other day she killed a rabbit. And I was like, well, that makes me wildly sad, and also I would be pretty upset with her if I had been dog sitting at the time, so I'm glad it was you two. Like, I know it'd be a wild rabbit and not Oswald, but just on principle, I'd be like, come on, come on. Oh lord. That's the same thing that happened last time, except it didn't die this time. Stop his main attack is just him pushing me. I don't know how to feel about that.
Stop pushing yourself. Stop pushing yourself.
I'm not pushing. You're the one who's pushing me. Hey. Oh, that didn't do enough damage at all. Hey, squash to meet you. Yeah, you got him, Cahill. That's it. Yeah. They're all gonna think you're cool now. Compression. I don't know if you'd want to be Bloodborne Stitch. I just, as someone who likes Souls games and to a degree the worlds they portray, this probably wouldn't be the best one. I mean, I guess if you're living anywhere but Yarnum, you know, then that's fine. But to be a Bloodborne, I would think means that you're in Yarnum, so. That being said, I've always been jealous of this city's architecture and infrastructure. So, who knows, maybe. I would like a well-constructed, interconnected city. A walkable city. This truly is a fantasy. With free healthcare? The Mad Lads. Who could have thought of such a thing? Listen, did the rampant greed of the higher-ups in the city eventually lead to an incurable disease, which drove everyone mad? Yes.
When does that ever not happen, though? Is it fine?
Yeah, and at least people got a cool city to live in before they went mad, so it's like, you know? And then it's like, at the end of this game, I get to become a squid. So, like, honestly, I see it as a win-win. There's just that kind of rough, bumpy period in the middle. And everyone has those kinds of growing pains. Especially this guy. You're a tall motherfucker. Puberty must have done a number on your ass. Like I did. Something that did take getting used to when I went to play Dark Souls after having played Bloodborne as my first game is that one, the enemies don't talk to you, and two, fucking blood doesn't spray everywhere when you hit them once. That's a whole different vibe to the fight. These undead townsfolk don't cuss me out as I'm trying to kill them, and they kill me, and also their blood isn't just soaking me by the time I'm done a level. That's crazy. It's wild to think people started here. And then they never did this again.
That's what I hear.
Can I say something? I forget. I think I saw this literally just before stream started. I saw someone saying it's just like like something along the lines of me losing my mind every day we don't get a PS5 Bloodborne port. And I get it, but also I feel like framing it as a port makes it seem like we actually don't need a Bloodborne re-release, because you can play Bloodborne on PS5. I'm doing that right now. I think what people want is an upgraded version or a sequel. But this person framing it as a port...
just in general.
What's that?
Well, I want it on PC just in general.
Yeah, that too. But that's what I'm saying, right? A PC port, that's different too. Because you aren't able to play it on PC now, you know, unless... Anyway, so that would be different. But framing it specifically as a PS5 port is just like, well, fucking, I don't know, go on the PSN store. Go to a used game store and get a copy. And you will be able to play it on your PS5. If you have a PS5 but not a PS4, you can play Bloodborne. So I just thought it was funny they framed it like that, because it truly seems redundant. Yeah. Maybe I should not talk too much about the Bloodborne port, because I just like, you know, a sequel for sure. A port, a PC one would be good for the people who don't have a PlayStation and don't want a PlayStation. But yeah, I might be entering the camp of like, I don't think Sony will actually ever do anything with this IP ever again. So
Yeah, I think that's the conclusion that a lot of people have come away with.
I don't know. I think there's some. I think a few people are still gaslighting themselves, but you know. We'll see. We'll see a year down the line whether or not anyone still believes that more Bloodborne is on its way. I'm trying to think. In modern day, is there another game that would be labeled as like one of the greatest of all time, but hasn't been touched since its release? Can you think of any stuff? Because I feel like there's been a lot of, like, for example, like Paper Mario and Thousand Year Door. A lot of people are just like, it's the best! And we haven't gotten anything for it, and now we have it on Switch. So, I'm trying to think if there's another one that's like, it's the best! But the fucking... You'll never see it again! Bloodborne seems particularly alone. Alone and isolated. I almost want to be like, there's probably a Nintendo franchise, but I don't know. Nintendo likes their own stuff, you know, enough. I don't know if Mega Man Legends ever got a re-release. I haven't played it. Maybe other people could speak to that, but that's another one. But even then, I do think Bloodborne is the pinnacle of this good and also this ignored. Heck, even my favorite game got a remake. And no one cared about that. And the irony of that story is that one of the reasons no one cared is because fucking like Astrobot came out a month beforehand. So they're like, yippee! Funny platform guy. Hello, guy eating a family. What's up?
Whoa, blimey, don't scare me like that.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
On a night like this, oh, thank the stars, you're fairly normal. Ooh, that thing had me trembling, frozen in my boots.
Uh-huh.
If you're a hunt, would you know of any...
I do know of a safe haven. Ice Clinic. I've never done that. I don't think I did this before. I'm trying it out. Why is there a bot? You're truly the worst kind of person. Lord, earlier today on undisclosed social media, I got a message from someone, and for other unspecified reasons, it gave me pause because I was like, in any other circumstances, this would definitely be a bot, but it might be my mom who has made a new social media account, and I legitimately and I don't know what that says about my mom, so I had to text her and be like, "Is this you?" And she's like, "No, I don't even know what that is." And I'm like, "Okay, good to know." But I did have a moment there where I was just like, I just think it's funny because all they texted me was like hi, and I was like what, except maybe mom, but she would do that. She would make a new social media account and just be like hi, and be like it's me, your mother, and I'm like this is, I don't I don't trust like that. Please, if you're my mom, what's her social security number? Make sure your entire family knows your social security number by heart, in case they ever need to identify you. Get it tattooed on your arm. And be like, look, it's me! Like a cool little bracelet design.
Yeah, get a number of tattoos on your arm and go to the reunion.
Fuck it. That is a I think it is actually minor spoilers for FF7 Rebirth. I do think it is both wild and more clever than the original, that they framed Nibelheim, which they have reconstructed as like a rehab center for not Sephiroths. But it is also wildly funny. It's wildly funny because they're all like dudes in black hoods, shuffling around and mumbling, and like you have like nurses be like, "Okay, come on, it's time for bingo," and they are not paying attention.
There is one, however, that's very good at Queen's Blood.
Oh yeah, he gets very happy when you play with him. The nurse says so herself. She's like, "Wow, he hasn't smiled like this since." Actually, I can't remember him smiling now that I think about it.
What is it?
And that is the other thing, and it was what I was saying before. One of the things that makes, and me and Self were concurring about this before, one of the things that makes FF7 Remake as a series / game so good is that it really fleshes out the characters in a way they couldn't have and didn't in the original, even though there's plenty that just rip straight from the original in order to endear you to them. And if you know the plots of those games, you know that makes it that makes things wildly and incredibly sad. I'm not even talking about the big thing, which you shouldn't spoil for people if they've managed to go unspoiled about it in the past. there's just other events in the game where it's like, wow, this is going to break my heart when I see this with the characters I have come to love in this remake trilogy. So that's fun. Weren't and I was going to ask this, and I feel like it could be seen as me embarrassing you. I do not mean it like this, and you don't have to, and you do not have to answer at all or truthfully, Stealth. But question: weren't you saying that the game has made you cry before already, or was that a different one?
No, I think you're thinking of Crisis Core.
Crisis Core, that's fair. Honestly, as much as any of the characters of the FF7 franchise can be like wildly endearing and cheerful, they will also just make you bawl your eyes out sometimes. So that's about right. I should play Crisis Core. Does Crisis Core have materia stealth, or is it more kind of straight?
It does.
Sick. Do you have a party, or is it just Zack?
It's just that.
I figured. That makes sense. Semi-related, in the opposite direction though. I heard something about like them trying to make sure that the remakes end off leading into like Advent Children and stuff, and I'd be like, it'd be neat if they did like an Advent Children game where you're playing as Cloud. I'd play that. I'd get that. I mean, I got Crisis Core and I still haven't played it, but I'd also get Advent Children game. Advent Children game, except it still looks like an early 2000s CGI movie. Take with that as you will. Stealth, what's your favorite early CGI 2000s movie, and why is it robots with Robin Williams?
Man, I barely remember that movie.
Oh my gosh, can we have a robots watch party night?
If you must.
If you're gonna make me, I guess. I really love you saying, if you must.
All I remember is that's the one with like the robot with the.
Uh-oh.
Oh, did you die?
I might be dying. Hello. Hello. Stealth, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but stream did a die.
I did stop it and restart it because it did. I did. As you said, it's stream dying. I looked down and all my shit was red, so it did do a die. Anyway, what were you saying about to start off what will now be the like second half of the VOD I have to stitch together? What were you saying about what you remember of robots?
I was asking, is that the robot? Is that the movie with the one with the like the robot lady with the big ass?
Yeah, that's that. That's that one. Correct.
Okay. I do remember that one.
Her name is Aunt Fanny.
Well,
That being said, as much as that is a character relying on crude humor on many fronts, even as a kid, when I was just watching that movie, because you know it's like a DVD my parents bought for me, I was jealous of the house that she and the kid she adopted like lived in, because it was like a Carvana vending machine. It's like all the rooms were on like a conveyor belt, and you just like, if you wanted to get out of your room, you just kind of descend it to the main floor, and you walked around there. So I'd like a house. That'd be a cool house. That'd be cool because like I could have like a living room, and then if I was living alone, instead of like having a bunch of different people live in the smaller like moving rooms, I could make it like my bedroom, a game room, my office, and I think that'd be fun. So I don't know why we're investing in fucking, meme coins and electric cars when we can be making elevator houses. That'd be much better. Ah, he's not dead. He's just snakes. You're not afraid of snakes, are you, Stealth?
Yeah, not particularly. I'm wary of them because
Snakes. Yeah.
yeah.
I got.
I would. It's not a fear I have.
No. Heck, I would argue I'm probably too friendly with them because I'd see a snake and be like, "Oh, a snake." Snake. 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 What? This is by far. I'd be surprised if anyone knows anything about this section of the game. Or if they're just like, well, fucking, I guess I'll wander lost in the woods for a while. We have been live, right? You saw,
Yeah,
did you?
I currently see your gameplay.
Okay. And it's been up for like, would you say it's been up for approximately 3.5 minutes by now?
Maybe.
Okay. Because like stream elements was just like, Cahill's live, and I was like, I have been. I hope.
Oh, I saw the. Oh, I see that message now.
Okay.
Weird.
I mean, as long as it's mostly, yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah. Ugh. I would just prefer if one, you know, I'm not just hanging out and doing stream shit without, you know, actually streaming, and two, that when I inevitably decide I'm going to stitch this VOD together for YouTube, you know, it's just one part. It's just like the two parts I have to stitch together. That'd be fun. Oh my lord. Big snake pile. A rat king is just a rat orgy, basically, right?
That is my understanding.
Okay. And you're not afraid of rats either, right?
Not particularly.
I think rats are cute. I mean, not when they're in an orgy per se, and typically not when they're like, you know, dirty and feral, but that could go for most animals. Because, I mean, like, I don't think coyotes are as cute as regular dogs, and they're basically just dirty and feral dogs, so. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Well, this is unfortunate. This is an unfortunate place to get knocked into a pit of snakes. Indiana Jones would have a tizzy over this predicament. And I've seen him
You
pot.
have been slow poisoned.
Did you,
To make slow roasted.
honestly, and this is gonna blow your mind, Stealth. The least of my concerns. I'd love it if I was getting devoured by a hydra, and Stealth would be like, "Cahill, it looks like you have a cold," and be like, I know, and honestly, I'll deal with it later." Oh my gosh. Cahill,
I have a cough drop if that helps.
would a cough drop help, Cahill? It would be like, I guess. Just throw it to me, Lord.
I have used all my magical power to summon this cough drop.
You had magical powers and you used it on a cough drop?
Yes.
Hmm.
What? Would there have been something more useful in this situation?
I'm beginning to wonder how you passed the bar.
Oh, that thing? I just, you know... looked
I
at the
used my
instruction
magical...
and
Oh, well... Stuff...
the true test was not taking it.
Like the fucking... What's it? The first episode of Naruto. Also, Stealth, both as someone who has taken the bar and is legal expert, is there anything in the bar that would stop you from using your someone's magical powers, to like your own magical powers, to pass it?
Depends on what the powers are.
I'm trying to think of one that isn't just like look at the answers, because obviously that can't
Like,
be
if
it.
you're using the Sharingan to just copy someone while they're answering,
That's that's
you'd
no.
have to be looking at for a prolonged period of time, so the proctors would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Okay,
that you were surely cheating somehow.
what if... no, that won't work. Well, I want to be like... I feel like the only, like, idea I can come up with that doesn't feel like a overly complicated form of, like, regular cheating is basically just, like, photographic memory, where, like, you just have, like, snapshots of the textbook in your head that you're remembering. So that can't be it.
To be honest, that's kind of what studying for is like a little bit.
Yeah, so that's
Like they release like questions from years prior and stuff that you can kind of analyze and see what they ask and how they ask it. So
okay. So what if you put what if you put a like a spell on your pencil to have it like fill out the correct answers? You don't know the correct answers, and you're just kind of keeping your...
That would be perfectly undetectable. I don't think that they could.
Well, it's not about being undetectable. I mean, like, even if they caught you, they'd be like, well, fucking, there's no rule. I'm talking about Airbud rules, where, like, you do it, and, like, they find out, and you're like, well, there's no rule that says he can't do that, so...
Well,
but,
I don't...
Yeah.
I mean, look, any of this is gonna... Any of this they're going to, like...
Call bullshit on.
Yes, which is what I'm trying to do right now.
But you just, but your defense, well, I guess what you're admitting
My thought
for...
is any of this will be found to, like, if found out later, they'll be like, yeah, no.
You cheated.
Yeah.
But you're saying the pencil thing would be so undetectable that like they're
never find out.
Yeah.
The Sharingan would be like you're looking at someone for a long period of time. So they're just like, what the fuck are you doing?
They'd be like, I don't think you can see them from over there, but fucking cut it out. Also, hi, meat. Bloodborne. I'm trying to find out, where's the cave? Where's my goon cave? Cave for my goon.
Dara's stand-eye probably wouldn't work either.
Listen, I did actually, the only part of Naruto I've seen is the Chunin exams. I remember
Like the chain. Very good.
I remember the special eye. I remember using strings somehow. I remember, that's what I remember. But I wish I remember where the fucking cave was. But I don't seem to be able to. Y'all know about cave?
Your eidetic memory pencil.
Oh, okay. Also, I realized we are too far for cave. I've become a fool. I went past it because I specifically wanted to do part of a subquest real quick. Oopsie.
The role of the silly clown.
Yeah, that one. What's the bar equivalent for clown college? Is there one? There better be one.
Well, there was a law school called the Charlottesville School of Law. That was so bad. It had like a 1% bar rate passage.
Oh my lord.
They were literally shut down by the state.
That's fun. That's a cool thing to...
So I think that's the equivalent.
Well, I meant more so what is the highest test of clownery someone can take when they're going into the profession of clownery. But you just said, here are the clowns of the legal world. And I mean, honestly, like, fair.
I thought that's what you were asking.
No, you're fair. I like the trivia. I'm not gonna lie, that was fun. But I would just hope that like the highest test of like being a clown would be making like a master clown or what have you, like laugh. Be like, you have to entertain this guy.
You've made me curious, and I want to remember what school of law it was. Is it?
Cahill, I don't care what you're talking about right now. I need to remember what the worst law school in the world was.
It's Charlotte School of Law, not Charlottesville.
Gotcha. So I guess Charlotte's Web could talk about some pig, but not some law. I'm sorry. Cahill, people's dreams died there. Stealth, what would you say to an inspiring lawyer right now?
Do you want the meme answer or the real answer?
You can do both. I'm trying to fill dead air. Go on.
The meme answer is don't.
I feel that. I relate to that. And then
The real answer is, if you're going to law school, it's probably going to be one of the toughest times in your life. You're going to feel like shit, like, a lot of the time. But the people that you meet there will be incredible. Like, if you don't just see them as, like, a bridge towards your future, they'll be amazing friends that you'll have for a lifetime.
oh, that's sweet.
It just, like, the people that you'll meet and the experiences that you have will outweigh all the fucking bullshit that you deal with on the daily.
The only thing. Oh god.
And one more thing.
Yes.
Don't be like, oh, they're not going to ask me anything on the first day. Read your first day reading assignments. Do not play with that shit. They will cold call you day one.
They will fuck with you.
They will.
Never forget
That's
it.
the point. Like, if you've ever heard the song Blood in the Water from fucking the Legally Blonde musical, that is accurate.
I thought you were talking about the fucking Epic the musical. Get in the water. Those are different things. I don't think Odysseus had a law license, if I'm being real, but who knows? Okay, I think the cave's around here somewhere. I want to kill a doctor. Well, actually, it's a fake doctor. Speaking of, like, people who need licenses, this lady needs to get her fucking medical practice in order. Yeah, exactly. Oh, is it up this other way, actually? It might be. Or I'll raise the tide so high, all of Ithaca will die. Get in the water. I want to go to Ithaca. I'd ask Stealth if he wants to go to random Greek island mentioned in an extensive and ancient poem, but the answer would be I'm afraid of planes.
Yeah, which seems like an increasingly reasonable fear.
Yeah, no, I was saying that at dinner tonight. Yeah, I was like, I'm probably not doing a trip this year because planes. That being said, I like boats, and I mean, like, if there is a way to get to Ithaca, if you're trying to honor Odysseus's memory, boat would be good. But that can either be more expensive or more time consuming.
Well, it's definitely more time consuming.
Well, okay, more expensive or extensively more time, because either it's like, okay, well, we'll get on a cruise ship and we'll spend a lot of money doing that, but you know, we'll get to Ithaca. It's like, that's neat. Or it's like, well, we don't have the money to go on a cruise ship, so I'm a sailor, you know, as you are. So we'll sail to Ithaca, and that's going to take a month to and from. 1 month to 1 month from. So I hope you have saved up your PTO.
An odyssey, if you will.
And it would be odd to see. Blood on. Big, have you played Bloodborne? Because you were playing Souls. But
Yeah, I played Bloodborne in the long ago, and it's still like one of my favorites, even though I have not played it in a decade.
this is going to sound really rude, and I do not mean it to. Did I say Stealth or Pig? Because I was trying to ask Pig. I do know you played it.
I made his own.
I have not played it. I did say Pig. And you, listen, you're so valid for that, Stealth. You're good. That's why I was like, I don't want this to sound rude. I just legitimately don't know if I said the right name. Because I do remember that you said you played it. I still want Pig to stream. And this is going to sound mean. I want Pig to play Elden Ring on stream. But specifically, while me / him / whoever is with him, with a guide pulled up for like a specific like cheese build, because like people have done like every hit runs of Elden Ring, and I think if we were able to get Pig going with a build like that, that would be a really fun. That'd be a fun series for him. Because then it's like I don't. What do I care? I stand here, let them hit me, and hit them back. I can't stream PS4. That's fair. I'm guessing you can't. You don't have PS5 either. You might. I don't know. But regardless, I get you, pig. Ow. Man, please stop hitting me. I know I'm hitting you, but you've been mutated into a horrible creature, so you know. Die. But yeah. All hit run for pig. I think that'd be a good time. I think the only problem would be setup. So have to look into that. Doesn't super gel with me. That I figured. That one I know. That one I know from being your friend. Being your friend, watching you play Souls on stream, and being like, Pig, you have to hit them eventually. And you going like, no. No, I don't want to hit them. No, don't. That would feel mean. Alright. So I told the monster guy to come here. I don't know if that means he'll be dead. Or if he'll be... Is that him? That might be him. I was having a big, like, you know, let them fight moment where I know if I send him to Odin Chapel, he'll kill a bunch of people. But meanwhile, if I send any of them to here, Ios Vesca will kill them, / mutate them. So I was like, well, let's see who wins. And I think Ios Vesca win. So, rip to that guy. I think that might have been him. She's gonna sneak up behind me. She pull some bullshit in here, I know that. I've been on the receiving end of it before, so. She's got all that cheesy arcane shit that you can get in Bloodborne, but you can't. Yeah, well, I have such die hopes for you, lady. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. How many of these do I get to hit her with? I mean, if I can just keep doing this to you, I'll have a dandy time at your clinic. I hope I get a lollipop after this. Where's the door?
The door.
The door. I found the door.
Door.
You coming this way?
Where was my draconic ring at?
Oh, there she is.
The fuck? I haven't even answered draconic ring.
Lady, you can dramatic walk all you want, but fucking that just costs you half your health to do that, so. Oh fuck. You're the worst. I will stop no such thing. Because you like turning people into weird guys. Uh-oh.
You go kill the Jabberwock real quick?
It's weird to me that there's an Alice in Wonderland creature in fucking Final Fantasy VII that you showed me. It doesn't look like an Alice in Wonderland creature. Dun, 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 dun. Honestly, Final Fantasy VII music helps me with this fight.
The music in this game is fucking amazing.
Also, your audio is kind of focused on other shit.
I will simply be quiet.
Oh no, you're good. It's just Discord deciding to be a bitch. Bitch. Ah, really? Fine. I'm leaving. But just because you're the worst. And I'm having a very hard time killing you right now. Goodbye! Cahill makes his escape out the window! Man, that doctor is in weirdly good shape. And, you know, maybe I should expect that from someone whose profession is health, but I don't know. Call me weird, but, like, usually, like, I think that when you stab a doctor in the heart, they die like a regular person. But maybe I just don't know about the medical field enough. All I know is I wasn't giving her the satisfaction of killing me, that's for sure. So, away I go. Hump, 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 dun, dun, dun. Yeah. I can on paper say like this is why I like OG Final Fantasy VII's gameplay the most out of any Final Fantasy game. I cannot, however, tell you why I think its battle theme is the best because I don't know anything about music. I just like its battle theme the best. Dun 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 da 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 dun 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 dun. It's a good time. Bump ba dum ba dun da dun da da dun 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 da dun da dun da da dun dun da dun da dun da da dun dun dun. Holy shit. I mean, that would be best right now. The theme is pretty darn good. I know that, you know, obviously the victory theme, the da 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 dun 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 dun, that is persistent across the series, but I'm pretty sure I've heard that like some of the different battle themes, at least in the classic games, have been, you know, pretty have had similar motifs, but even then I'm still like, 7, you make me feel things. The song makes me feel things. Well, that's I apologize, Peppa, but that's what I had to specify. Is that I haven't gelled as much with earlier ones, even though when I was playing 3, I was like, there's like 4 songs in this game, but some of them are pretty good. If it's on PC, it is stealth. Do you know anything about the Final Fantasy VII remakes being on PC?
Yeah, actually, I do.
You do?
I know that.
Can you confirm that they are?
Yeah, they both are.
How do you know?
Because I played both of them.
Oh!
Rebirth came out like early this month.
There you go, Beba. Play Final Fantasy VII Remake as much as you like. until you run out of stuff to do in the first two and have to wait for the last one. Yeah. My problem with the holy fucking shit. My problem with the pixel remasters when I was trying to play 6 through them, and it was the reason I dropped 6 like a second time is because like some of the animation I'm okay with like the slightly tweaked pixel style and text boxes, whatever. Fucking some of the animations they use in battle and what have you are like After Effects shit, and as someone who has extensively seen like who has worked with Adobe shit before and has, you know, had to look at the stock the stock animations they come with, that really fucks with me. I end up thinking about it a lot. It is nothing to speak on the quality or even necessarily the visual. It's like a weird thing where it's like if you have no knowledge of that world, then they might just look fine to you, and that's chill. But when you see it, you don't unsee it in a very unironic fashion, and eventually it becomes a problem. So it becomes a problem as you try to actually, like, you know, pay attention and play the game. So yeah, listen, for on several levels, I shook the magic 8 ball, and when I asked about my future, the only thing that came up was Monster Hunter, Wilds 3, 4, and World. I do still I have FF games on the backlog, so I think I just need to stop buying games because my backlog currently right now are a dozen 60-hour games, and I'm not good at math, but that's a lot of hours. So, as far as I'm aware. My logic there is that 160 hours is a lot of time. So more than 160 hours is also a lot of time. Feel free to double check my math on that.
I do not know.
You say that, Beba. Unironically, if they wanted to do the original 7 with the slightly more HD and updated kind of graphics, I would get that. That'd be a day one purchase for me. Everyone else be like, okay, time to stream the final game in the Final Fantasy VII Remake series, and be like, time to play updated Final Fantasy VII original. So, I love Materia. Cue Yuffie Materia song. Yeah. I am so bored, and now there are snakes.
They'll probably make you less bored.
Ah. I was gonna be like, isn't Yuffie afraid of something? And I was just thinking of her motion sickness. Me, Yuffie Kurosaki, and fucking Natsu Drag Neil enter a car. It is filled with vomit.
There are no survivors.
Yeah, there's 10 minutes later, it explodes. The vomit and shit is too much for anyone to handle. They call them the kind of people who clean crime scenes, and one of them kills themselves immediately. They're like, fucking time to brick this shit up like Chernobyl. Finally start that. Are you not gonna be getting Wilds when it releases? Well, like immediately as it releases, Beba? I'm not about to pressure you because like I don't think they've announced any like extended like extra large lobbies or shit. So I'm not gonna be like, I'll play with everyone. But nope, you can't run it. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Hey, consider Generations. If you, because I mean, like you already have World, but if you're like, I'd like a big fancy Monster Hunter, Generations is up there, and it's my favorite so far. So you can always consider that. But of course, as you've just said, you clearly still have plenty to play. So. And also, like, I mean, fucking... I'm pretty sure Chair has a small child's lifetime in Monster Hunter world. Oh my fucking snakes.
As do I.
Yeah. And some people, like... As far as I understand it, as someone who's still decently green in Monster Hunter, two front runners for everyone's favorites is 4 and World. So, Sword Oil, Sword and Shield. Yeah. You can experience clunkiness, and like, to some degree that's not a good thing, but to other degrees it's like it's kind of what the series is built around, so. I don't play Hunting Horn, but I do like that one thing I saw where like they have both added weak spots to monsters, and the Hunting Horn has a new thing where it's like you can damage them and then start playing music, and the music kind of like fucks with them. It does damage even when you're not directly hitting them. That's cool. So. But yeah. I mean, heck, Beba, if you want to check out Wilds, I'll definitely be streaming it the weekend it comes out, once I build a character and get confident in it. And then I'm sure a bunch of other friends will. And if you don't, I'm sorry. And if you don't, I'll be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! After that, so, options. I really like to offer a smorgasbord of bad entertainment where when I'm streaming, so. And to be clear, I'm not calling the games bad entertainment. I'm saying what I'm doing to them is. Up. 10 FPS minimum quality. Yeah. Heck, I'm already going to be playing it in 30 FPS just because of shit. Don't worry about it. So. Oh my lord, that was half my health. Oh my goodness. I might put on I might put on something that actually has more defense. Just a little bit more defense. Because I'm pretty sure I'm currently wearing the worst like shirt in the game. So maybe something a little different to try and dampen those hits a bit. Just a bit. Time to put on Grumpus's finery. Let's find out what his finery is. Is Gascoigne's actually like the best? Yeah. Listen, Grumpusin can work. Grumpusin would kill a man in a graveyard and take his clothes. That's fine. Also, but for what it's worth, as much as I'm excited for new monsters, all I've talked about is like returning monsters and the monsters I want back, so. If you, I mean, fucking, Lord in Heaven knows if they don't bring Zamtrios back again for no good reason, then you'll be better off once you play a game that does have Zamtrios in it. Amazing design. Critically underused. Give me shark frog. Alexa, look up shark frog inflation porn. Send to mom. Having your AI on around me is a mistake. Because I can say things to it. Alexa, buy 10 copies of Rent-A-Girlfriend, volumes 1 through 10. I don't know anything about that anime. I just think it would be funny to send someone 100 copies of it.
And you'd be right.
Hey.
B.
Hey. Hey, it's me, it's Tony. It's Snake Killer Tony. Famous for the amount of snakes I'm able to kill. You might be like, Brooklyn doesn't have any snakes, and I'd be like, you're right, cause of me. Cause of Snake Killer Tony. Have I ever told y'all the story of the snake I saw get chopped in half, or no? Not beans. I'm gonna tell it now as revenge. No. I was out walking my dog in a campground we used to go to when I was a kid, and that I missed dearly. And I did not get far from where we were staying before I saw a large black racer on the side of the dirt road. And if you don't know, black racers are just basically like the main snake species here in Jersey. So I was like, well, I don't want my dog trying to fight that, because even though it's not like poisonous or anything, I still don't want my dog getting bit by a snake. So I quickly avert my dog's attention and bring it back to my family, who I tell there is a large snake outside. And then, you know, without them stopping me, I go then say, I'm going to go look at the large snake outside. Only to, as I go on.
No, they're like, okay, dear.
Okay, have fun.
Have fun.
But as I get back out there, I see a guy with a shovel put his shovel into the ground. And what I was unaware of, it was that the snake was between that man's shovel and the ground. And then did not remain that way for much longer. He was like, I just killed the snake. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I was like, oh. He was like, my kids are around here. And I'm like, that makes sense. My dog was around here. And, you know, that's the same thing. So I understand where you're coming from. And yeah. That was snake vivisection story. Apparently my grandpa, my uncle, son of my grandpa, believe it or not, was used to like kind of go looking for snakes and fuck with them. when he was oh my lord, with these, I've never had such problems with these snakes before. When he was a kid and he got bit a few times. But honestly, growing up, even when I would go into the woods in that campground I was just talking about, I did not see a lot of snakes around until I was much older. So. Yeah. I was seeing kind of related to me, thing. I did see a thing about, like, and you should probably look. I'd suggest people doing their own research, but I did see a thing today about, like, on Apple devices turning off some new AI bolt, which is just the way things work. They push out an update, someone says no, and then tells everyone how to turn it off. So some new AI Apple BS. What a shocker. Oh my lord, let me talk about this. I was telling my friends about this the other day. I don't think they really cared. I find it interesting and stupid, which is that we were like playing Marvel Rivals, right? And I was like, boy, oh boy, time to hop into call with my friends. And you know what fucking Apple or whoever the fuck decided to do? They were like, hey, you know how you're trying to fucking call your friends via the desktop application on your laptop? What if we opened that application on your phone instead and then did it like that? Be like, that's not at all what I wanted to do, because otherwise I would have used my phone to do that. And they're like, well,
okay, well,
but what if, but what if we did it anyway? And that happened
Would that
twice,
not be
like,
fun?
that happened twice over the weekend. And I was like, what the fuck is this? You're right, Pig. No, Pig is right, mate, based on empirical evidence. Collected at Oxford. Oh, my lord in heaven. This is the most... Have I been, like, blasting through the game too fast? Because this feels like the most that, like... this feels like the most I've been melted doing this fight or really anything in Bloodborne in the longest time. But I'm gonna keep trying. That's what Souls games are all about, baby. Oh yeah, baby, I love the Mets. It's not about the blood, Spider-Man. It's about the Mets. It's about the Mets. All right, baby, let's go. Home run. Home run, baby. Let's go. Love the Mets. So, is there... I was going to phrase this question differently, and then I realized that might cause problems. So let me just ask, have you been to baseball games frequently or just, you know, at any point?
When I was younger, I guess.
Gotcha. I was going to phrase it like... Because, you know, I live near Philadelphia. And granted, that describes a decently large area. But I was going to... phrase it to you, Stealth, like, are you around any baseball stadiums? But I didn't want to be like, Stealth, describe the surrounding areas of your house. Do that for me now, please.
I mean, I guess, like, Houston would be the closest, if you're talking about, like, MLB.
And what streets in Houston are you most familiar with, out of curiosity? What postal codes might you know by heart? Stealth, I need your help to beat Bloodborne. All I'm going to need is your credit card number, its expiration date, and the 3 digits on the back. Honestly, I should probably take out the fireball guy first. He's annoying the hell out of me. Any attempt I might have at this will be infinitely harder as fucking fireballs come out of the sky at me. I will say one thing about these guys is that I think they do the whole like bosses to common enemies thing better than a lot of other Souls bosses do, if only because they have like a full like 3 phases and shit, and obviously when they're common enemies you don't get the other fucking 2 phases, so it makes it much more just like, oh, like, yeah, they are easier when they don't mutate into giant snakes. That guy was just swinging wildly behind me, and he was finding no purchase in my asshole. No, he's finding purchase in my asshole. That's unfortunate for me. Oh my lord. That's fair. Okay. Up, up, up. keep going. I'm still gonna continue working under the assumption. Have a good night, pig. I shall see you later. I'm gonna keep working under the idea that crushing snakes with a hammer will work eventually. So I hope everyone can grant me strength in in this matter.
Give me strength.
Give me strength. Don't miss. I say as I crush a snake with a hammer. I've definitely asked Stealth what the biggest animal he thinks he can take in a fight is. Don't remember the answer.
I don't either.
Well, what is your current answer as the biggest animal you think you can take in a fight? If you say Chihuahua, then I think I remember the answer, but...
I don't disagree with that. I think that's accurate.
I think that might be what you have said. I remember being shockingly spawned. I'm like, really, Stealth? You don't think you could go bigger than that? And he's like, nah. Nah, Chihuahua's about right for me, Chief. Like, I had that whole conversation on stream a long time ago. And I do still propose that, like, any slightly big animal I could theoretically say I could take on in a fight, like, that is only because what I'm saying there isn't that, like, I'd beat its ass and come out the champion. I mean, like, I would live after the fight, maybe not well or long, but I would be declared winner of the fight. You gotta be kidding me. Maybe I should really just... I'm losing like 40 damage a swing like that, but I'd save on stamina among other things, so... Who knows? Maybe snake with knife is actually better solution. This is unfortunate because I already had this one guy dead. Maybe I kill this one fire guy real quick. I don't know why I thought he wasn't going to be able to reach me. They even have extendy arms right now. So it's like... Oh my lord. That's annoying. I don't know how much I've had to deal with that in the past, in past ways this fight has gone. But them being just able to reach me off screen, despite still being a arena away, that's not great. Okay. I'm gonna keep tweaking my strategy a bit, as much as I can. We're still wild that the last stream of this had me like first trying, you know, like Bloodstar Beast. And then some of these other ones I'm like, oh. I don't know. I don't know if I've got it in me. I'm just a little boy. Oh, these are some big monsters.
Okay, Tifa damage ritual complete.
Heck yeah. Tifa! We love Tifa.
Which is just like, get to a situation where I can spam their stagger to 300.
She's the best. I saw, okay. For anyone who doesn't know, Stealth knows. In the FF7 remakes, there's a bunch of exercise mini games, right? And and I saw
I
someone.
fucking love those.
Yeah, and I saw someone like perfecting the fucking sit-up one with Tifa. And I'm like, she fucking would. Have you seen that girl's abs? Like, she doesn't get those by not doing like 100 sit-ups, like regularly. so yeah, she would be able to leave like some casual gym dude in the dust as she is repeatedly doing multiple sets of sit-ups. We love Tifa here. You know what? What if I did this? That's the wrong number. Oh, fucking uppercut. What is this, Punch Out? Oh my lord. With the fucking fire. What with the fire and the flames? On the bright side, I do have 2 of them, like, pretty low. I have 1 of them dead. Oh, I need to just back off for a minute. This is gonna hurt. I fucking knew that. Believe in me, chat. Hey, thank you for the belief, chat. The Unga Bunga hammer. Listen, Kirk Hammer is good. Never get that twisted. I'm the one being a dumbass throughout all of this. People have proven time and time again, you don't need good equipment to beat these games. You could do it with any equipment. I remain the problem in a lot of ways.
Welcome home, good heart. What is it here? Very well.
Let me see, can I up strength and... I only have enough for 1 fucking upgrade. That's upsetting. Up. Let me make sure to repair this, because like fucking... I have not been doing that. You wanna... Oh, I do not. Oh, wait a minute. I do have enough. Because I have fucking 20 Madman's knowledge that I haven't used. I'm insane-o style right now. I don't need 24, no. 8 plus 5 is 13. I can do basic math. Believe it or not, I'm hugging a pear. I never thought it could feel so good. Okay, we're just using that. Cause maybe we use it to get rid of some spiders later on, you know? Who knows? Okay, boost max AP, boost max stamina. We'll do it. We got a whole thing going. Here's the thing. It is clobbering time. Stealth, would you give the thing a hug?
Yeah, of course.
Sick.
I think that would rock.
Now, do you think you would appreciate that joke?
Very well, let me. Farewell, good hag.
I saw someone saying it's like that they were like they were saying like they feel a lot of people's favorite Fantastic Four member is either the Human Torch or the Thing. That even though everyone loves Reed and Sue, they're not really the stars. And I saw someone someone saying the Thing is just a good dude. He's just a nice guy. That's all you really need. That's all you really need to like him. And honestly, I can vibe with that. Okay, I do want to do this thing. Oh, spider! Well, no, this is a fucking fly. I fly with my little eye. A flight. Stealth, are you more afraid of spiders or, like, hornets?
No, spiders.
I see. I mean, that's a fair answer. I feel like anyone could make the argument of like, oh, well, that's irrational. Yeah, I feel like any fear of like 99% of all insects is irrational, yada yada yada. So at the end of the day, it just kind of comes down to like what you're vibing less with. If your answer is fucking spiders, who am I to say no? I've almost definitely asked you this before, but like, are you even afraid? Are you afraid of like little spiders as well, or is it all spiders?
Fuck! I beat the secret boss, but I didn't scan them.
Uh-oh. You missed out on some shit. Oh, I got frenzied. Damn. Fuck hornets, and not in a fun way, for sure. I think snakes are cute meat. I have said that, but I'll stand by it. Some snakes are cute. They're just vibing. Yeah. That's why I was curious, because like I vibe with snakes in general. I mean, granted, there are snakes that I don't vibe with as much and are much just nastier in general, but for the most part, none of them are like messing me up on a psychological level, Beans. Oh yeah, we have those. We call those greenheads here, and they are the worst. I think I'm thinking of the same thing you're thinking of. Holy shit. This is what, by the way, as much as me rushing ahead got me into that situation, that is also the reason I didn't. That is the reason I rushed ahead. Trying to take that on? No, I'm good. Okay. Y'all ready for this? Oh, there aren't aren't even dudes here. Hello? Oh. I was going to say.
Damn, and I did it perfectly. No one ever fell in combat. If I have to reset to scan them,
I would understand that and respect that, honestly.
it's gonna go horribly.
Oh. So you're saying you'd rather not reset the scan him because it will never go. It won't go that well again.
I'm probably going to.
Oh, I'm sorry, stuff. Dude, chill out. I walked into this one library and this fucking nerd won't stop bothering me. He said, this is a place of learning. And I'm like, I know, I'm here to learn. He said, get out of here. Can I see your hall pass? And I said, I'm just trying to read, man. And now we got the fucking cleaning fluid all over the place. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I hate that attack. Honestly, that's how you know Sony doesn't care about this game, because they never nerfed that attack. That thing's always been bullshit. Oh. Woo. But if a spider's just chilling and swell, we're fine. Honestly, I feel like there are some spiders I can still see just, like, chilling. And I'll still be like, no. No, I'm good. Yeah, daddy long legs technically aren't spiders. They're just a rag. And actually, if you look at the taxonomy, daddy long legs aren't considered spiders. They're considered they're just in the arachnid family. I mean, fucking daddy long legs might as well just be a Ghibli character in that they don't really have. They're just a dot with stringy legs, you know? People aren't afraid of them because there's not really anything to be afraid of. There's nothing there. They're just little dudes. Honestly, it's kind of interesting that they exist at all in the first place. Big hairy spiders where you can like fucking find all the details and it's like, oh, nasty. But daddy long legs you could put under a microscope and you'll be like, this is a dot with little string legs. That's all it is, a worm on a string. Yeah. Yeah, they did. Daddy long legs deserve nothing cruel to them. They are just dudes. Little dudes. Okay. Here's the thing. It's clobbering time. Fingers crossed. Just one shot ROM. Speaking of all these spiders and snakes, ROM is one that's got to go. Go on. I apologize.
No, you're... I was just thinking out loud.
And I'm sorry I interrupted that because I was doing the same. Lord, could you imagine if, like, an inherent part of human nature was just saying whatever you like, not being able to internally think, just saying it all out loud, and like, you know, it wasn't awkward anymore because people had adjusted to it, but at the same time, what that means is that anytime you or any of your friends are thinking about anything, you're just all saying different random shit out loud. That would... If that was the world, I might live in the woods. Ants are also pretty simple, I think. Because, like... Okay, so, like, for example, I've seen some videos of crabs recently. Crabs got a real, like, fuck. I don't know if you've ever looked at a crab's face. It's pretty fucked up. They got the cute eyes for sure, but other like their whole mouth situation, all fucked up, right? Ants are 2 eyes, antenna, and then little pinchy things. That's it. That's all they got going for them. You want to know something? They're doing great. Truly, do you need any more? No. And in fact, I mean, I've gone on record being like, hey, if there was one animal that I wouldn't want humanity to go to war with, in fear of us losing pretty badly, it would be ants. Ants. So I want to try and see, like... Nope. That didn't work. That didn't work either. Oh, that's because I'm not locked onto ROM herself. Ah, beans.
Oh, hold on.
What's up? Did you get the data?
Yeah.
Okay.
There are some circumstances with which I scanned this particular individual earlier.
Oh, that's good.
But since it's just like updated, it auto-updated.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, okay. That is... like, I think
I'm glad
that
you
my new
double-checked.
strategy would have been... Yeah. I think that my new strategy would have been enough to beat him easily a second time, but...
Uh-oh. Ah, beans. I can kind of agree with that, mate, for sure. Crabs can be cute, but they can also just be horrifying in a lot of ways, so... Both in behavior and in just, like, body structure. There have definitely, speaking on stealth thing for a minute, there have definitely been times where, like, I reset something in a game because I was like, oh, man, I didn't do it right, and then I found out I didn't need to reset. And I'm like, well, I guess I guess I will be punished for my hubris.
Yeah.
Stealth, save me. Save me from my hubris.
Us against the world.
Thank you.
Did Soup help?
Soup always helps. Also, I do love how the big nerf they gave to Cloak and Dagger for the update was like, their soup doesn't stack. Like, it doesn't do double shit if you put it on top of each other. And me and Zayd are the 2 Cloak and Dagger mains in our Discord. Were fucking like, we didn't use it for that.
No.
Like, like, I'm sure that had its uses for sure, but like, you're definitely using it to like cover an area.
Yeah, or sometimes I use it aggressively.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Just like area denial at a point where they need to be to contest something.
Yeah. But considering how much of the game is just like, you know, objective based and stuff like that, having Cloak and Dagger soup all over the floor in
On
like
the point, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Covering basically the entire point, even if it's not stacking it, is more useful for like the tick damage it's doing than, you know, than having more DPS, so.
What I was talking about was like the caravan things, where I'm just like, alright, I have now souped up where you plan to stand to fight us. What are you gonna do?
Go somewhere else, dickhead.
Yeah, go somewhere else that's less advantageous.
Yeah. Leave! Get out of here! He's trying to get this rat to Dracula. Come on, man. Hey, pro tip. Don't look up Ratatasker in the Marvel comics. It is nightmare inducing. And I'm not joking here. It looks like Five Nights at Freddy's if it was doing a bit more to be scary. So, I saw a comic creator talking about the small parts Ratatasker has had in like different comics over the years, and the design they went. I kind of like it, but I like it because it's horrifying. They definitely reworked it for the sake of like friendliness in Rivals. That is for sure. Oh my lord. Mrs. Rom, I'd really appreciate you just stop doing your own attacks. Just let your children try and kill me. They'll fail, but it would be funny. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, your children are succeeding at killing me. That is unfortunate. I said they wouldn't do that. Fucking, I don't know who in the Bergenworth scholars were like, yeah, we've turned Rom, this lady, into a spider, clearly. Because I mean, she summons spiders, for sure. She herself is not a spider. Bug, not spider.
I think it's time to end the game.
FF7?
Yeah.
Okay. Because Rom is not the final boss of Bloodborne, but, you know, wishful thinking. I'm happy for you, Stealth. As much as I know it's a game you love, it's fun to get to wrap things up.
Yeah, all good things must come to an end.
Agreed. Which, honestly, I feel like I didn't, you know, appreciate that saying before understanding how good a finale in particular can make things. How good a finale to an experience can make the experience overall, as opposed to just prolonging it indefinitely.
I'm really scared about the ending of this one.
I hope it's good, and it's not just like, you know, it's not just like, oh, plot ghost. So I do think they handled the ending to remake a little clunkily. Like, it could have just been the robot boss. There was no reason to do the other thing. But that's me. And I think
I thought the other thing was cool. I'll be dumb.
I do think there's some merit to it, like wanting to do that thing maybe like every time, like iterating on it until you get to that final thing. But also, even though I get what they're going for, I think for the sake of like a smoother experience, robot boss and escaping Midgard, that would have been, I think more people, including myself, would be like, that, yeah, I'm good with this. But I mean, I'm glad you liked it, because you've been really enjoying the remake game, so who am I to be like, no, you don't enjoy things, stop it, stop having fun. That baby that was crying, that was me telling Stealth not to have fun.
The difference is, like, this is like the bookend of a game, not it's not like the original FF7 where escaping Midgard was just like the opening.
I get that. On the other hand, I think, one, it's not like they didn't make that a cliffhanger still. They were like, we've got to go stop Sephiroth. That was what it was always going to be, no matter what direction they wanted to take the remake. And considering that Sephiroth isn't really like a main factor, like Shinra is the big villain in the first remake because they're the big villain of Midgar, you know, etc., etc. So like with that in mind, I think having a big confrontation with them and finally in getting out of the city, that does serve enough to be a finale, since again they have to leave it on a cliffhanger no matter what. But I don't know. I can't respect a lot of the stuff they're doing different in the remake, and not all of it is even stuff I have a problem with. I'm just saying, I think they just didn't have to do that one specific thing. Go on. Sorry, I apologize. I was trying to finish.
I was going to say, I think a good middle ground would have been like a big confrontation with the Turks, because they're more imposing than any robot could ever be.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I remembered that they're fucked up at that time.
Yeah,
Or at least Reno was.
I mean, it's, and I believe I haven't played Crisis Core, but you informed me about some of the stuff, which is that, like, you know, I think just a big, it doesn't have to be that one specific robot, but I do think a robot involved probably makes sense, because I think just big confrontation with Shinra that ends with Avalanche having to leave the city and then go on the main mission for FF7, that I think that would be a suitable and satisfying end to the FF7 remake, but
I don't
you
know if I don't know if it super works at that point, because, like, at Shinra, sorry, I'm gonna speak on, like, sort of the ending part of remake.
Yeah, we should just
like,
drop that. Yeah, we're gonna be rating Onsta, so if you want to do that, just mute stream if you don't want spoilers for remake. Anyway, go on.
Oh, so, like, my thing is, the old man is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Rufus, we've already had a boss fight for.
Yes.
Shinra's kind of in shambles at that point.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that they have the Turks are out of commission. I don't know that they have, like, a big like a giant robot boss at the end of that game would just feel kind of eh.
I get that. And to a degree,
that's my feeling on that.
and to a degree, I think you're right. I just think maybe the way they execute it, and again, the spoilers, the way they execute the Sephiroth fight overall, I just think maybe that could have been tweaked so that way it was a little more like elegant and kind of worked out. Because what I like about it is kind of like the setup for how the final confrontation goes as we know it, and Cloud not really getting to do that. Like, it's the idea that, like, in, like, MGS3, where, like, you do this kind of confrontation over and over again, and by the end you're able to overcome it. I think, and I know I've been calling them this, and this is what other people call them for criticism, but, like, plot ghost, and yet, like, the whole big thing that they end up doing after the actual end robot fight, that might be more of the thing I have a problem with. Maybe if it was just a little smaller in scale, then I'd be like, that's kind of what I'm asking for, is just not the big thing they did. Make it a little smaller, because I don't, you know, to a degree I feel like that almost comes out of the blue at some point when you do the big fight. So, but that's me. But yeah, I can't respect the idea of, like, your pseudo confrontation with Sephiroth here, both because it's the ending of an FF7 game, and as like a teaser for how the story continues to progress.
Yeah, and I think it's important that, like, that the plot ghosts, as you call them, are, like, tied up to the ending because of what they do with, like, certain stuff later, like certain reveals that they make.
That's fair.
Afterward.
But that just probably means I have to play Rebirth, so we're gonna rate Onsta. I appreciate you hanging with me. We basically just did the first half of Bloodborne on this mini playthrough before, you know, tomorrow we're doing Sonic, and then after that Monster Hunter. So I hope to see y'all there. So no, I need to play. That's a problem. Maybe that's what I need to do as, like, my secondary game while I'm playing Monster Hunter, is I just sit down some days and play the adventure and hero games on my on my GameCube, because I do still want to do that. But we're going to be wrapping up classic Sonic with Sonic Superstars tomorrow, though. So I hope to see y'all there. Bye.